everyone. Welcome to my daily book news. And today is Monday, April 16th. Can you believe this month is halfway over? It's just crazy. But anyway, I have some book news today. I got actually a lot of book news. First off, I read over the weekend that Mariah Carey is going to be coming out with an autobiography. She had just recently disclosed that she suffers from bipolar. So I imagine that it's going to cover a lot of that because it seems like the news was like about her bipolar and then she was writing an autobiography. So I can't wait for that to come out. I've always been a huge Mariah Carey fan, so I will definitely be reading it. So anyway, on to other news. USA Today came out with their top 5 books that are being released this week. Now tomorrow I'm going to do the book release video about the books that I want to read, okay? But this is USA Today's, and I think they have a little bit of an agenda because I saw that some of the authors are doing question and answer live on Facebook with them on their USA Today site. But I also thought there were some interesting ones, so I thought, why not go through them? Because they are all coming out tomorrow. Okay, number 1 on their list, which is kind of funny, is James Comey's book called A Higher Loyalty. Now, for all of you who don't know who he was the FBI director that Donald Trump fired. And this book supposedly tells his side of the story. I'm not going to be reading it because maybe in a couple of years, maybe when Trump isn't president, I'll read it. But it's just a little too soon. It seems a little too vengeful at the moment. So I will not. It's going to hit number 1. Trust me. It will hit number 1 on the nonfiction. But because I think a lot of people want to hear his side of the story. Not so much yet. Maybe in a couple of years. Next, The Fallen by David Baldacci. And I think that's how you say it, Baldacci. It's part of his Memory Man series. Now, I've never read any of his books, but his books do so well on the New York Times bestseller. So I'm sure this is going to be right up there if it's not already, because sometimes these come out like the week and they already are on the New York Times bestseller because of all the pre-orders. But anyway, so that's their pick. And I also think he's connected to USA Today, but it doesn't matter because everybody will be reading that book. He has a huge fan. He's got huge fans. Number 3, which I will be reading, is called Megan, a Hollywood Princess by Andrew Martin. Andrew Martin has written a lot of biographies, Diana being one of them that I read a long time ago. And he's a really good... He's really good at telling their story. And I don't know how he finds out his stories, which are sometimes always questionable, but he's also very famous for it, and people really take what he has to say to heart. And the Diana book was controversial, but a lot of people read it, and I think a lot of people are going to be reading this one because of the wedding coming up, and I probably will be reading it because it's by him. Not that I'm highly want to know about Megan. Not like I'm highly interested in Megan. I did like her in Suits. She's not going to be in it anymore. I feel like I know her because I've watched Suits since the beginning. But anyway, that will definitely be the one out of all these books that I will be reading. Number 4 was At Home with Natalie, and it's Natalie Morales from the Today Show. It's a cookbook. I don't really buy cookbooks anymore. It's too easy to get recipes online. I'm just sad to say, but it really is. But I think there's a huge audience for people who like cookbooks, so I'm sure that it will be a bestseller. And then last but not least, and I've never heard of this guy, but I'm not going to be reading this. It's called Bad Men and Wicked Women, and he writes erotic action novels, and I looked it up on Amazon. No, not going to be reading it. Sorry, Eric. I'm sure you have a huge fan base, but I do not like erotic novels. Erotic action novels? That's an interesting genre, but sorry, not going to be reading it. So anyway, I thought it was a good list to go over. It was interesting, and I really didn't know that Megan's book was coming out this week. I knew it was really soon, but I didn't know it was this week. So out of those 5, I will be buying one of them. But anyway, tomorrow is going to be our book release day, and those are 5 books that I am looking forward to reading, which is a little bit different than just what USA Today says. But anyway, everyone have an amazing Monday. See you tomorrow.